Okay, this clip is more of, this is Commissioner Gordon meeting the Justice League. We've seen this part in trailers where he I think he, activates the bat signal. And that's when Wonder Woman, Batman, and the Flash come to that rooftop in Gotham City. We've seen that in earlier trailers, and I think this is more of that. This is when Commissioner Gordon meets them. Because J.K. Simmons, who plays Commissioner Gordon, said he wasn't in the movie that much. So I think this might be his only scene or one of them. So let's see. Let's see what... This is probably... And this isn't the whole scene. I'm sure this is a clip of that scene. But let's take a look. Oh, the classic Batman theme. That's a good shot.
How many of you are there? Not enough. 8 people abducted from or near Star Labs. Here's the potential perp.
Parademons.
Okay.
The demons must have caught the scent of the mother box. They carried people away to find out what they know.
So the 8 may still be alive. 9. Oh. The head of Star Labs was taken as well.
You made it. So then, there must be a nest nearby.
I plotted all the sightings in Metropolis, Gotham. No pattern I can see. The lines on the map don't converge. On land. These lead back to Braxton Island, between the 2 cities. Gotham Harbor. These are air vents. They all lead down to the tunnel to Metropolis project that was abandoned in the 29. Do you really think that...
Oh, wow, they really just vanished. Huh? Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, so we get a bit more elaboration from that scene. If you've been following Justice League coverage and trailers and stuff, you've of course seen that before. And that's what that was. That was cool. That was a lot of information. Like, this was a lot about the plot, how they find out about Steppenwolf. Well, they already know about Steppenwolf's attack, but they're learning more about it, putting clues together, investigating things. And they're going, I guess, to Gotham Harbor right now to... Maybe this is before that next scene, where they fight Steppenwolf in the other clip that I did a review of. Maybe this is before that. And they're going into Gotham Harbor. They run into Steppenwolf. The parademons come and stuff. Cyborg commandeers the Batmobile or whatever that thing is, the Nightcrawler, and, fires those missiles at Steppenwolf, and then Steppenwolf catches them. This is probably before that. So I guess this is earlier in the movie. Pretty cool stuff. There was that exchange between Wonder Woman and Cyborg where she says, "You made it." So I think she's met Cyborg before. There was another clip where she says something like, in the Cyborg featurette that came out last week or the week before or whatever, she said something like, "We need your skills, Victor." Victor Stone is Cyborg's real name. And so I think she had met him before to try to convince him or give him hope that his skills are necessary and that, he's important. And he, I guess, maybe rebuffed her and was like, I don't know, or wasn't sure of himself. Or maybe he was just flat out no. Either he didn't have confidence and turned her down because of that, or wasn't sure, or he just was being grumpy and was like, no, I'm just not doing it. And so I guess she's like, okay, and then she leaves. And then he shows up here and she's like, oh, I'm so, you made it. I'm glad to see you, basically. And then, they ditch the Flash to go to the harbor. And then I guess the Flash catches up. I hope the whole movie isn't them being like rude or mean to Flash because he's the new kid or whatever. But superheroes are still people, so they can kind of be like rude and jerks sometimes, just like regular people are. That would be the reality of superheroes. But we know they'll all work it out in the end because they're the Justice League, right? And this is going to be this isn't going to be a fractious movie where they're fighting each other, at least not severely. They're uniting to fight Steppenwolf. So we know they're all going to get along, mostly, throughout the movie. And this stuff will be, these rocky team dynamics will get ironed out. But that was cool. I mean, I definitely think we can all start getting more of a flavor of the kind of movie Justice League is going to be when we see it. That it's just going to be, an over-the-top, fun adventure ride. I think that's what they're going for. And these clips, I think, help do that, especially with the Danny Elfman Batman score they put in here. Or maybe you caught a little bit of that in the beginning. And with his score is... Danny Elfman's style for these kinds of movies is usually more... What is it? Epic and upbeat. Junkie XL and Hans Zimmer, who scored BVS, and Hans Zimmer, Man of Steel, their stuff is definitely epic too, but in a different way than Danny Elfman's is. I think they're hearkening back to classic DC with him, because, he did the iconic Batman theme, probably the most famous Batman theme ever. Batman's had a lot of themes because he's had a lot of movies, but I think Danny Elfman's is the most well-known and the most beloved. And, there's Superman's going to be in here, and I think I read that they're using the John Williams Superman theme in here. So with Justice League, DC, I think, tonally and thematically is returning to its roots. The golden age of superhero, movies. Although you could argue right now is the golden age of superhero movies because there's so many of them. But the original days when, the old Tim Burton Batmans and those Richard Donner Supermans, those are something special and classic and iconic in superhero movie history. And a lot of people might argue that's when DC movies were pretty much at their best or most beloved. That's debatable. I mean, a lot of people like the DC movies as they are right now. And of course, there were the Christopher Nolan movies, Dark Knight movies, which were beloved. So, DC has had more than one great era. But I think Justice League is calling back to the glory days, which is why we have Danny Elfman and why he used his old Batman score or a version of that in this clip and probably probably elsewhere in the movie. And great. I like it. More power to him. Give me more Justice League. More clip reactions coming your way. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Have a nice day.